Okay, hi everyone. And let me give you a short summary about the final assignment in MHA 626 this semester. It's the organizational ethics case conflict presentation. And so just want to really thank all of you and all the teams for really summarizing your case as well in the synopsis activity. Very well done. Um, this presentation will build upon that synopsis, build upon the case that you and your team have sort of narrowed down. And your task, first of all, is to work as a team and to essentially develop further your case, the conflict, um, into a voice thread that's in the form of a PowerPoint presentation. Um, that all of you are involved in and that you cover the areas indicated on the assignment here in front of you. And so really you can see the first part, the PowerPoint, it's a voice thread, but a PowerPoint has to cover the following areas, provide a summary of the case, and this has to be obviously verbally delivered, but you can, certainly summarize it in terms of the PowerPoint. How did the conflict impact the organization in the short term and long term? How did the conflict impact levels of employees in the short term and long term? What legal or ethics themes covered in our course is connected to the case? Certainly one for sure, but it could be more than one. And what other gaps or questions concerning the case or the conflict still remain unknown? Let me go back to the second and third bullet point. The short term and the long term. What does that length of time mean? For the most part, the short term is a year or less, just to give you some parameters. A year or less for short term. Long term would be, certainly 2+ years in the future. So just to give you a parameter in terms of what short term and long term means for this discussion. You can see the details. Like each team would create a title page, and then the PowerPoint voice thread should be no more than 10 slides of content. So that's really your parameter, 10 slides. It doesn't matter how much you add into the content, but 10 slides. Now, a couple other points. First of all, everybody's got to participate in the recording. So as a team of 3, and there's some teams of 4, you as a team decide who's going to take what part. You can see, again, those, the parts. You can share parts. You can say, well, one person's going to do this, one person's going to do that. It's really up to you. Now, the due date, I'm sort of pushing the due date a little further. The due date will be Saturday, February 25th. I think all of you know that due dates for this class have been on Wednesdays, but I'm going to give you a little bit more time. This is the last activity, assignment in the class. So want to give you a little bit more time to do that. It encompasses some more times on weekends too, to be able to complete this as a team. Only one person needs to upload this to VoiceThread, as long as everyone's name's on the title page and you're participating, that's fine. There's no need to have video on this. Certainly audio is fine, but it's a shared voice thread. And you'll see right underneath this, is it underneath or right? I'm sorry, right above this recording is a YouTube video on how to develop a shared voice thread. One person has to start it and then connects everyone else to it. So you got to be able to put your heads together to really determine how best to develop the PowerPoint into the voice thread. So a few recommendations from me. On the PowerPoint, much better to summarize each slide as bullet points, short bullet points. Don't need a lot of content there. So the second thing is, as each of you will be verbally involved in this voice thread, please don't consider just reading the PowerPoint. I mean, that's sort of a waste of time. Like each person to share a little bit more. The PowerPoint should be a summary, but you can go into more details. So please consider going into more details verbally and not reading what's on the PowerPoint, because that just really doesn't tell the story. So this is your opportunity to expand on the case that you've already started working on. You don't have to start from scratch. Again, let me know if you have any questions along the way, either as a team or individually. Okay. All right. Thanks very much, everyone. Really appreciate it. Bye.